Welcome back to the random trailer we're going to be watching. Today is going to be Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's season 2 on Netflix. If you haven't seen season 1, I thought it was okay. It's not bad. It's wasn't really the issue when it comes to different adaptations of them doing something, especially with Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I believe, and a lot of people would probably agree, is amazing storytelling, character development like crazy. The ensemble of all of them, Katara, Aang, Sokka, Toph is the G. Toph is the G. But on this one, I was kind of worried when it comes to them doing their own thing, because if you hadn't seen the movie Avatar: The Last Airbender, or they call it the Avatar, it's or it's so bad for me. I wasn't sure what I was going to get from the first season. I will say I did like certain things they did in the first season, that being the Air Nation being the Fire Nation being so horrifically evil. And that part, I liked what they did there. It was darker. There was a good idea to do that because it put more stakes into it. But again, there was some other stuff that I wasn't a big fan of, with Aang and his motivation of kind of leaving and coming back. It was kind of just a random thing that happened there. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't tell you all the things I don't like. They did mishmash some of the episodes from the cartoon to some of these episodes in the series. So one episode would be them going to the air temple, and then another one would be them, meeting some other people, and just kind of all at the same time. But it wasn't awful. I'll just say that. But yeah, let's watch this second season trailer. I want to see it because Toph is here now. So let's see how they do Toph. Hopefully it's better. I always want something to be better. I'm not here to just bash on something. At this point, the audio is gonna be a little messed up, so I'm gonna have it a little janky because I don't want this video getting taken down. If you want to listen to the trailer, put it on the side. Hit play with me. I'll go 3, 2, 1, go, and just hit play. All right, here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Go. Off rip.
The Earth Kingdom is going to fall.
Oh shit, oh shit.
There's the Fire Nation army just beyond the...
This guy grew up so fast. He grew up immediately. It's crazy.
I'm sorry, Avatar. You may be confused. There's no horde in Basi.
This chick's crazy. Basi saying is a crazy, mind. What the?
The Fire Nation has installed...
It looks good. It looks pretty good.
The Earth Kingdom, they're waging war. If it's working, if you see them, then I need you to teach me the
Toph! Let's go, Toph! Show something good. The boulder.
This is the Avatar? This is your little boy.
I don't. No, he's not a little boy anymore. He grew up. He's even taller than Zuko. Just let's make sure that's very true. Yeah. Oh damn! This looks really good. Ugh. They made that owl like freaking creepy looking.
The question is, how much are you willing to lose?
Okay. The effects were not bad. Let's see here. Now, there's nothing you could do here. There's nothing you could do. It's nothing on the actor. He's a kid, and within a couple years, this kid went from probably, looking like a 10-year-old to looking like a 17-year-old in a second. What can you do? People age. That's kind of the issue when it comes to, casting kids, because you never know, a growth spurt will happen in a second.
Is going to fall.
Just this line alone with this actress, I think she's doing a good job playing Azula, because Azula is just sadistic and she's crazy, and I would like to see her kind of, because if you've seen the third book, where she's gonna end up, where she kind of goes crazy, insane, and in a crazy, oh god, I can't stop saying crazy. She's just very unwell, but the madness makes her look awesome in the same way. So far, I've been really enjoying what this actress is doing on this trailer. Keep in mind, I haven't seen the first season in a long time. I couldn't remember if their take was not the best for me, but I would just say it's just a lot of the storytelling. I feel I've been very like really into more storytelling, that I would want something more when it comes to a lot of different things that I watch. And with this one, the issue with them redoing a story like Avatar: The Last Airbender is that they're redoing like a perfect story, and they're saying we're gonna redo this story and we're gonna change some things. So how do you change some things from a perfect story? That's kind of the question.
There's a Fire Nation army just beyond the wall.
I'm sorry, Avatar.
Okay, another thing right here is this woman is playing a character that in the cartoon she seemed very eerie in these moments and unhinged, where it was just kind of like a Twin Peaks, a Twilight Zone, a Black Mirror kind of a situation. She was always bringing that vibe of everyone's like, hey, we got to do something. And she would show up and she'd be like, what are you talking about? There is no problem here. I think you're wrong. And the deadness in her eyes would just be, so let's see how this actress does.
The Fire Nation hasn't stopped.
I think this might be the part. There's a spot in the series when Zuko and Iroh are kind of on the run. They bump into a 3v1 with Azula and Aang in the group, and he protect Zuko. I can't remember if it was. Oh, I just remembered. It's when Iroh and Toph are alone together, randomly, not knowing who each other are, and then when he realizes who Toph is, Azula takes the chance and hits Iroh. That's what it is. Okay. Sorry, my mind's just going back to Avatar. Watched it a lot as a kid. It was awesome. The library episode was another one of just like supernatural creepiness, because the owl figure, they have to do the lighting so well to make the owl look, I don't know what I would use for a word for him, because he's not a god, but he is some kind of mystical figure that you really don't want to mess with. He's also a giant owl. That's the scary part as well.
You're the best earthbender I've ever seen.
The boulder is going to lose. I want this guy, whoever playing the boulder, I do hope he has kind of that wrestling feel of just like, I will destroy you. And then he says, I will not fight a little girl. And that's when she calls him a little pipsqueak and a loser. And he says, I will now fight a little girl. Let's see what happens. Another thing is the whole idea of Toph being in here is showing great earthbending. I think that I'm pretty sure they did a good job in the first season with earthbending, because it's a small scale of what M. Night Shyamalan did in Avatar: The Last Airbender, his earthbending. Compared to their earthbending. So far, there's a big difference. She also has to have the sarcasm. Toph was fully sarcastic, took moments seriously when they needed to be, but in the end, just did not care about people's opinion. And that was another thing about her character, is that she needed to kind of grow and become part of a family. She was always all by herself. She was always alone. I think that's another reason why you always saw her in that aspect of just, I'm not going to take your opinion. I don't care. She was always the only child. That was the thing. Whoa. Is this part hitting toward like one of the saddest moments also in Avatar, where Iroh goes up to a hill to pay respects to his son? And I've always had this thought in my brain that of course, when his son died, he kind of had like a reflection of the war. But I always had this thought that what if his son was part or became part of a rebellion trying to stop the Fire Nation, and his father, because it seemed like in the flashbacks that Iroh was just happy to destroy towns, destroy buildings. But then after his son died, you saw a difference there. And so the thought crosses my mind is that he was trying to tell his father, we shouldn't be doing this. And then Iroh said, no, we're going to be doing this. And in effect, got his son killed. And of course, with that, the reflection of what we're doing is just horrific and wrong. I bring in pain to people. I need a change. I'm going to stop what I've done before and save, Ba Sing Se. Ba Sing Se. Okay. But yeah, no, amazing moments. They really have to hit this one in the ballpark. It has to be a 100% home run because that is an iconic moment. At least for me. I don't know of anyone else. And fights, library with the owl.
We've already won.
See, this looks cool and all, but I could already picture what they could do for a side shot from behind. That might be because also what I'm just thinking about is the anime in general. I say anime, but cartoon. Either way, the argument also is Avatar: The Last Airbender anime or a cartoon? It's animation. It's not, the argument is always everything in Japan is anime. I say cartoon. I've had this discussion with a friend of mine. I don't know. It's still awesome either way.
The question is, how much are you willing to lose?
Okay, I just remembered about Katara. Katara, the issue with her in season 1 was she was really not that much of a character. And Avatar, she was outspoken, she was headstrong, she was the mother, she was always looking out for people, but then of course, having the backstory of her mother being killed by the Fire Nation and holding that grudge toward Fire Nation was another thing that was there. But I kind of remember in season 1, she was just kind of there to be a talking point, and that was kind of it. And in this trailer, I've only seen her maybe 2 times, maybe just 1 time. I do have faith that they will realize what they did wrong in the previous season. I always look for that, is that people's reaction of a season when they're working on the second season. Okay, they thought this was pretty bad. Maybe we did do something wrong here. Let's improve. And so they work on that. I hope because Katara is they're all key figures when it comes to these moments, and it's an ensemble cast. It's not just Aang. As much as it's called Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang is not the pivotal character. At some point, it's really all of them. There's always story points for every single character, even Toph, who shows up late. All of them. Sorry if anyone hasn't seen the cartoon, but this is me just realizing what parts is what. I remember this. This is a great moment for Toph. This is where Toph gets kidnapped by the, I'll say bounty hunters that her parents get because they're just trying to take her home. And she's stuck inside the steel box. And that's when she becomes the freaking metal bender. The metal bender. Oh my God. I'm just picturing already what she does. It's so sick. I did forget this. This is a moment where Momo is sad that Appa is missing. And there was maybe 3 episodes where we don't see Appa. I want to say 2 or 3. And it feels like forever. I honestly don't remember if it's literally just an episode or it's 5 episodes. But when Appa's gone, you feel it. You feel it. Aang is mad. They have to walk everywhere. And it's just everything. I think the fact that they walk, it feels like it's taking more time. And with that, it's just in my mind that I'm just thinking Appa has been gone forever because they have to try to find him. They're just walking on these paths that they're just, it would be so much easier if Appa's there. Appa is always there. And it's such a sad moment where Momo is just trying. Oh, I just remember what they find the hand. I mean, this foot. I just remembered. Okay. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm not even reacting to this trailer that much right now. I'm just like, you remember the scene where Appa is missing and he went to the carnival and they just find his foot when he was actually in a cage and Iroh let him go? I'm just going off like that. I'm sorry. It's such a good series. Oh, yes, dude. Bring me the Kyoshi Warriors back. I just don't think so. There's just no way. Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen it, or hasn't seen the cartoon is watching my reaction, put a comment below, because I would like to know if someone here has watched just the live action. I don't want to say what happens to Ace. No spoilers on the bottom for anybody now, because I'm just unsure. Give me yes, I've seen it on the bottom. Give me, if I see one no, I'll be very surprised. No, I have not seen the cartoon. If someone says no to the cartoon. But what do y'all think about the season 2? Are you watching it? Are you saying, no, I don't need to watch that. That's not my thing at all. Is this one of those situations where, like One Piece, the live actions just finished season 2. People are enjoying it. But I know friends who have watched the anime that say they will never watch the live action. It's not any better than the anime. But at some point for me, I've watched the anime of One Piece. I've watched the live action. I think both are good. Of course, one is better. I always am one to believe that animation will top live action consistently because they are able to do so much in the environment with the characters they have, with literal animating them and making them more animate. But yeah, for this one here, I'm already saying that it's not bad, but I'm not trying to just push people away from this because there's an Avatar Last Airbender fighting game that's coming out. That's another thing. This is a good year for Avatar because you have the fighting game that's coming out. You have season 2 of Avatar Last Airbender that's coming out. You have the cartoon movie that came out, technically not yet, but people have taken it into the internet. There's a lot to say about that, but yeah, the animated movie is coming out this year. Yeah. But what do y'all think about the season? Are you going to check it out? Let me know in the comments below. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, as always.
Good fight, good night.